Well, I gotta say, we are the very first night of daylight saving time ending. It is 6:48 p.m. on this Sunday night, and yeah, just 48 minutes ago, the sun went down. Cloudy conditions will remain cloudy overnight to into Monday, and gotta say, it's gonna be a cloudy night. Now, tomorrow we're looking at 79 degrees with cloudy conditions going throughout the rest of the day tomorrow. And for Tuesday, partly cloudy, high 75 with a low temperature of 58 degrees. So, for the next couple of days, it's not going to get too bad. There's no hard freezes, unlike what we saw a couple weeks ago. And unlike the first time using a space heater during the season. And yeah, it is. It's pretty nice to pull that thing out and turn it on and warm your toes if they're frozen or they're ice cold. But anyway, if you guys seen the previous episode, we called it Obsession. And yeah, I tell you guys one thing, we have a lot of obsessions that that really transform us on what we like and what we love in general. We have a obsession about random things. It could be a sport, baseball, softball, basketball, hockey, college football, baseball. You get the whole idea. But anyway, we all have it. That's just natural part of life is we love something that we truthfully love and we stick with it. But in the previous episode, I told you guys that if you love something, you should at least follow it. And that's if you want to continue doing it. I mean, you can if you want, you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable with it. But hey, like say if you're in school, school is good. School is where you learn a lot of things. You can learn mathematics, you can learn science, reading, social studies, uh, even learn how to be a mechanic, learn a trade, do something that, or go off and be in band or do whatever you want to do. You could go out and film and do things. You could set your mind to do things, whatever you want to do, and I told you guys that in the previous episode that led off the part one season finale. But put your mind to what you want to do. You could do magnificent things if that's what you want to do. You know, you could be a painter like the legendary Bob Ross. You could learn to paint and, you know, paint on canvas like he did for 31 years that he did the joys of painting. You could paint pictures. You can get you a custom made canvas and get you some nicely bristled brushes. You don't need all types of paints. You go up to 8 or 9 or 10 colors worth of paint, and you can paint the most magnificent pictures of all time. It's going to be pretty good. But anyway, yeah, I got to say, we got a empty apartment right here. And, well, I got to say, it looks like the previous people that were here just moved out during this weekend. But anyway, it is plumb dark in there. And it's dark out here because we are already into close to 7 o'clock hour, first night around that we lose our daylight really early on these days. I know it's a once in a year thing that they have to mess with our clocks. And, it's, I guess it's okay. I mean, it gets morning at 6 a.m., it gets dark at 6 p.m. So, I guess that's the whole day right there. If you could wake up early and catch your day, man, it's all right. But anyway, uh, yeah, that's what I talked about in the previous episode. We have a obsession about what we all love. To me, my obsession was Love's new series. I'm disappointed that I have to walk away, cancel my show, leave it behind, and move on. After 10 whole years of my hard work, and the rest of the story will go untold. A lot of episodes that I had planned will be untold. And that's disappointing when I can't even be up there most of the time and I can't do it. See, if we didn't have to deal with moving away from our true home, which was the Springwood home, none of this would have happened. If my dad and parents would have kept the Brady or sell the Brady home and come back and be close to family, that would have been a whole lot different. But they're not going to do that. They're going to stay right there, and I can't force them to come back. They don't listen to me. It's like, oh, it's not your choice. It's not your choice to make for them to come back to San Antonio. But I would say it'd be pretty nice if they did. But that is up to them. That's not up to me. But I tell you one thing, I miss love a lot. I miss talking with my dad. I wish things would go back to the way they went. I kind of think that me and my dad do not have a honest relationship. That means, talk as we normally did. And I just think that love just angers him a lot, and he's got two to deal with. Now, the second is me. Now, the first would be her in general. And I said it before that my dad does not like dogs. He don't like dogs, he don't like cats, he don't like anything like that. And it's a shame that he's been like this all his life. I think he watched the episodes where I criticized him over all the things that went on. You know, I'm just trying to say to him, you may not be a dog guy, but I am. I've told you a lot of times, if you don't like her, at least bring her back for me. Bring her back to San Antonio if you can't put up with her. I'll find a way to take care of her. I'll ask my brother in law, my sister, Or even my two stepbrothers, somebody will take care of her. If you can't uphold your end of the bargain, I will make that arrangement, you know? Oh, I understand. She destroyed two doors because you forgot something. You forgot to do your little research. You know why she's scared of noises? Because she don't have that thunder shirt. If you would have gotten her a thunder shirt, she wouldn't be destroying things. She's freaking out because she gets anxiety attacks. Every dog has an anxiety attack. Loud noises can do it. Whether you have thunderstorms, whether if you have the 4th of July or whatever, or even New Year's. People pop fireworks during the New Year's, and they're scared of loud noises. They don't like loud noises. And I've been saying that for a long time, and look who doesn't listen. You put that thunder shirt on her, and it's supposed to ease her anxiety. But, people don't listen to me. I wish they would. My dad doesn't. My stepmother doesn't. You try telling them something, and they still won't listen to you. But anyway, if they get a thunder shirt, that's great. They need it. If I had a dog, I would say, hey, I'm going to get them a thunder shirt, and that way keep them calm. The next thing to do is after you get the thunder shirt, you play a game with them. You play a game, you give them their favorite treats, and, you know, you think of some fun ideas to do. You do a dog show, you could do anything. But, I'm just trying to get my dad to learn some things. You got to learn that a dog has fears just like a human has fears. I mean, think about it. If you're a small kid and you get scared of noises like thunder and lightning and loud noises, we react by hearing noises from our ears, and dogs, they have sensitive hearing. Their ears are so sensitive they can hear thunder miles away. They can hear thunderstorms coming. They could tell if there is a storm coming. Their senses are like our senses. And it's true. But anyway, and I am going to have me another dog soon. I'm going to save. I'm going to get myself out of here. I hate being bored during the weekends. I think it drives me nuts that I have to be here and nobody to keep me company. I come home to a stinking bedroom apartment and I'm lonesome. And, I mean, I got out and meet some new people. Don't have a girlfriend yet, but I will. I gotta find the right one that will love dogs like I do. And I think I know who she is. Probably standing right there, sitting down with me watching these episodes. He's like, "Oh yeah, John, I like I like your dog series. We're gonna make more." That's the ultimate goal, and yeah, that is my obsession. My obsession is to create another show. This show will not have off breaks. When we start up, to be determined, we're going to have a show that will last longer than Love's new series. We're going to make every dog show, and that's going to be the biggest Friday nights that we're going to have in the future. Every weekend, the kids get off from school, tune in to Jay Baker Vlogs, because every Friday night there's a real treat for you guys. And no, hoping soon when I get out of here and I have my own place and I save enough money to get my Ford, my first my first payment on a house that I could call my own. You know? I'm going to keep working hard until that day comes. I'm going to try to get more raises. I'm going to prove my dad and family wrong. I'm going to prove everybody wrong these days. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to bust my ass like you wouldn't even believe. That's the number one goal. That gives me confidence. It gives me a boost. You know, and I go to work and I know that the day has been accomplished. That's better too. Never give up, because hard work will pay off in due season. And I know that too. But anyway, I just, I like coming out here and talking to you guys and doing videos. And this will be the last one until next week when we launch off the season 4 premiere. And yeah, already 4 seasons. Can't believe it. I felt like we started this show yesterday, but now we're up to season 4. Hey, you guys continue to like the show, and I give you guys updates and stuff. But anyway, yep. Good. How are you? Good. Doing all right. But anyway, yeah, that's a nice night, nice and comfortable. I got a weird kid over there. He's just standing around, just looking at me. I don't like him, man. He asks me too many questions. Yeah, he's not ever going to be the person. He's not a employee for Baker J Studios. Well, never will be. That, and I gotta say, It is nice and cool. And every night through this week, it's supposed to feel like this. Yeah, we could come out here and do episodes and, yeah, have a good time. I don't know what that weird kid is doing. He just stand there and give me a funny look. He's like, oh, ask me stupid questions. He's not a dog lover either. I dislike the people that don't like dogs. I dislike all of them. Well, if you're not a dog lover like my dad is, let me tell you, you're missing out. Dogs are a man's best friend, and that's one thing that a lot of people may not understand. I'm obsessed with dogs. That's my obsession. And yeah, I told you guys what my obsessions are. I'm obsessed with video games. I'm obsessed with being a YouTube creator. I'm obsessed with dogs. I'm obsessed with Love's New Series. I'm obsessed with everything about dogs. I'm obsessed with Beethoven and Charles Grodin and learning all about the Newtons and everything these days. The Newtons were like cousins. And, and Beethoven, yeah, he's a real dog. A lot of y'all may not know that, but, you know, Beethoven will live on forever. He'll live on in here and in here. And yeah, and there are a lot of dogs that look like Beethoven. A lot look like Buck nearly from Call of the Wild. It's a lot of dogs. But, you know, yeah, there's a lot of people making noise here. What is that, a kitty cat? Yeah, I'm gonna see something right there. It's a cat. Orange tabby. But anyway, we are going to find our way out one of these days. Wherever this journey takes us, wherever we go in the near future, we all go together. That's the goal. And whether if we get a new show one of these days about dogs, that's a project I would want to work on. Every Friday night, you guys want those new episodes? It's going to be a project worth working on. And it's going to have the Baker J Studios seal of approval. Yeah. That's still standing right there, looking weird as normal. A lot of times he'd be up on one of the balconies and he'd be sitting in the dark just watching you. Give me the heebie jeebies just thinking that he's there, and he actually is. But anyway, we hope y'all had a great time watching this season. Enjoy the reruns till next week. And we are back for the Veterans Day Season 4 premiere coming up. But we will, in due season, find something fun to do and for all of us to have an outdoor activity, and so on. But anyway, well, enjoy the reruns. We'll see you next week.